So ever since the pandemic in 2020, America has been dealing with constant inflation with goods and services. First, it was the meat shortage, and then it was rent increases, gas inflation, and the cost of eggs right now is freaking ridiculous. Every,
Nuts.
everything is going up except for the paychecks. So we really got to stick together right now because it's very tough. Now is the time to think smarter on how we're going to deal with things right now and budget and subtract some of the things that we don't need out of our lifestyles. Some things I've done is not eating out as much, but still with the inflation, it's almost better to buy family meals and just eat on it in a couple of days. Water shortages from constant hurricanes and earthquakes all have affected the inflation. It's definitely putting a damper on people's wallets. But if you haven't been doing it before, the time is now to save. Don't spend your money on worthless things that don't increase in value. Like Mr. Melvin said off of Baby Boy, it's about guns and butter. So guns is the stuff or whatever that appreciate during time. So like artwork and stuff like that or whatever. And then the butter is like just cars, clothes, dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just trying to do better, whatever, with the money that we do have. So if anything, I most likely do right now is I'm gonna try to cut my budget, use coupons, do any extra work that'll make some money or whatever right now. Cause I'm gonna try to do the best that I hope that I can. Hopefully everything will settle back to normal. But until then, man, we just gotta grind a little bit better and just think smarter and just do what we gotta do, bro. So what's some of the things that you see with the inflation right now or whatever that's affecting you and your family with the newborn baby?
It's been brutal. It's made me broke as fuck, dude.
Mhm.
To summarize it, over the last couple of years, the world has experienced the highest levels of inflation than it's been in more than 4 decades, bro. Four
Right.
decades. I mean, there's multiple sources of why this economic disruption that have likely contributed to the inflation. Most notably, the pandemic shutdowns, like you just touched on, and then obviously the shutdowns, like I said, in the reopening, and Russia's invasion of Ukraine really has screwed us too.
Right.
And that, we don't like to get too political or too political on it, but that's just what it is. And it's crazy. Some of the things I've been doing, not only do we hardly ever go out to eat anymore. I don't buy $200-$300 pairs of Jordans no more. I buy like $60 pairs of New Balances, and just simple shit like that. My son's gonna get whatever. That's cool. I got no problem dropping, money on him to have nice shoes and all that. Big bags, right? He's getting all name brand shit. I had it, so I'm not gonna sit there and deprive him from it. Right. It ain't his fault. We're in inflationary times. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
But it's frustrating though, man, because everything it's so hard. The prices of groceries and the prices on gas where you live and just everything, man. Everything is way more expensive. Hell, haircuts $40-$50 a pop now. Right. Clothes are more expensive. Everything and anything you can think of is more expensive, and it's really hard, man, because like you said too, like how you started it off, that was a good point. The wages that we're making aren't going up. Right. And if you get a little raise here, a little 20 cent, 30 cent, I mean, a raise is a raise and it all adds up. I understand that. Be gracious and grateful about it. But in a sense, it's not enough to just get, 20, 30 cents, per hour raise and expect that to make up for everything that's good. Another thing is taxes. Taxes. I don't know how much taxes you pay and shit down there. I know there's no state taxes in Florida, but dude, here out of every one of my checks, dude, they get me good every week. Right. It's like, you make good money, but if you do the math on it for, the gross pay, then after taxes, like what I make per hour is cut down a lot compared to, because of what the taxes, what I pay, the taxes, insurance, benefits, retirement, everything. So it's like they're taking more from us and we're getting less out of it, man. And I don't know how much longer we can withstand some shit like this, man.
I seen a post the other day or whatever. They say now everybody with these $25 jobs is like freaking $12 jobs or whatever 5 years ago, because everything has gone up so much, bro. And like I say, it's crazy, bro. But like I say, we just gonna have to look out for each other, man, for real, more than ever before, man. Gonna have to buy bulk. You feel me? So everybody can get a case of this, or a case of this, or you know what I'm saying? So that we don't have to pay the inflation plus the tax plus all that other stuff. You feel me? Like we just got to look out for each other, man. And that's the only way we're gonna make it or whatever. Hopefully that this stuff settles down or whatever to a better level. But the way it's looking right now, bro, it's not gonna do anything but up because the way the houses is, the housing market right now, whatever, is freaking crazy, bro. So the houses that maybe in like 5, 10 years ago, that might have been 250,000, now going for a 500,000, if not more. You feel me?
Yeah, no question.
And then you got all these people, coming from New York, coming down here or whatever, and buying all that stuff up. So the housing rate or whatever is like New York right now, whatever, in Florida, bro, because everything is buying. They constantly putting up all these freaking apartments, condos, or whatever, everywhere you look, bro. And they top dollar, bro, for real. Like
Yeah.
one bedrooms right now in Jacksonville, Florida, whatever, for a decent one bedroom, probably like $1,500, bro. You can't get that on minimum wage. You got to, and if you have a family, bro,
yeah, I
that's
believe it.
freaking insane, bro.
Right.
When you can get that stuff, whatever, for like $800, $900, bro, just a couple years ago. You feel me? So, like I say, how can people keep up with that stuff? You know what I'm saying? Just in general, you know.
It's about the location too, because the housing market has been like ridiculously high since, COVID hit and all of that. But here's what's going to happen. Most likely we have such inflation going on, and we're technically, if you look at it, we're in a recession. If you look at all the numbers and like really look at it, it's a recession right now. It really is. But what's going to happen is in every state out except for California, New York, and Florida, the housing market will probably turn and start to lower a little bit, because if you live in Florida, California, and New York, that shit's only going to go up. There's no way you're ever going to buy a place and then not at least make your money and make some additional money on top of that. It's just not going to happen. I've lived in Florida before, dude. We paid $1,000 for rent and a tiny ass 1-bedroom apartment when we lived in Fort Lauderdale back in 2015. You know what I'm saying? It was that high back then.
That's what I'm saying.
Now at least 2 racks. I'm sure. And this place is tiny, but. So outside of those 3 places, though, man, I think it's going to start going down. But the problem is there too, you're going to have all these things that, for number one, okay, the housing market is going to go down because everything else is up. People can't afford this shit no more. People just simply can't afford to just up and, buy, a lot of the times you get a good price on a decent house. If you see one, that shit could be gone like within a day. When that shit's not, when they get to the day where it's not gone, it's still up there after a day, a week, a month. It's like, okay, now, and that's going to happen more and more if you're not in Florida, California, New York. So they're going to lower the prices. But the problem is too, not just on housing, but the interest rates on everything also is stupid. Because when that goes up, and then even if they lower the interest rates, we're gonna suffer from that in other ways as well too. So like no matter what happens or what fluctuates, we're suffering. It's not showing no signs of getting any better soon. If you look at statistics on the inflation in February and March of this year as opposed to February and March last year, it is technically better so far. Well, at least February, because March just started, but it is better this year than it was last year, but that's not saying much. Last year was one of the most all-time high years, that we've had in decades,
bro.
It's ridiculous, bro. So it's not saying much, man, and it's not getting any easier for hardworking people, man. And lower class and middle class people, man, you are really getting shafted right now. Even the high class is getting, it's getting hard for them too, because they're trying to stay high class. You know what I'm saying? So
we just got to cut those costs, though, man. We got to cut any costs that we possibly can, man, for real. Like I just can't spend like how I want to spend or whatever, like I did 4, 5, 6 years ago, for real. Like I wouldn't even care. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we want it.
Swipe it. Right. You can't do that shit right now. I know.
But now or whatever, we got to think towards the future. You feel me? Like, is this going to be like this another 2 years? You feel me? Do I want to be paying for something 2 years, 4 years, 5 years down the line or whatever, for something that I could have, you know what I'm saying, done without for a day or whatever, and be like, oh, I don't even think about that stuff anymore, So just like I say, just our mind state, bro, for real. And then we have to also invest. We have to invest in some things and stuff as well too, because we just don't have a lot, man, that we can go to where we're gonna start farming our own, you know what I'm saying, fruits and vegetables or whatever, which wouldn't be a bad idea. But
come move by me, bro. That's the way. That's what they do out here. You're gonna have to do something.
But like going to the flea markets and stuff, and you know what I'm saying, farmers markets and stuff like that or whatever, and like I say, bulk items or whatever, bust down with your friends and your family members and stuff like that. If you're gonna buy a case of chicken or something like that or whatever, okay, well, I'll take 10 pounds, you take 10 pounds, and then we take that cost decrease. You feel me?
Mhm.
Because like I say, big families and stuff. I have a lot of big families or whatever around here or whatever. They'll definitely go, you know what I'm saying, half season on some stuff like that. You feel me? So they don't have to buy that stuff every day going to the store buying a little 4-pack when you can get like a 20-pack. You feel me?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Just being smart or whatever about the situation, bro, because I don't see any in the sight, bro. You feel me? I
I
just
don't
don't.
either. And to
I don't.
piggyback off that before we wrap this up real quick is you say invest, but you got to be smart like on how you invest and where you invest now too.
Right.
Because dude, even the stock markets and the cryptocurrency. Remember when the crypto market
Right.
just crashed? What like 6 months ago? That's a result of the inflation in the economy,
Right.
bro. Like that's a direct
Killed
that
everything.
killed everything. So that it happens. So you got to really be careful and know what you're doing. Do your research. Try to save your money. Cut all unnecessary costs, like you reiterated. So that's about the only thing you can do right now, and just hope for something better and hope for something will change for the best eventually, because it's not looking good right now.
Right. For real. Because my entertainment budget dead.
Dead in the water.
For real, bro,
Baby,
dead in the
baby,
water.
what's up with Netflix and chill? You down,
Man,
right?
Netflix and chill for real.
Yeah.
I don't even have cable, man. I got a couple little apps or whatever. I got YouTube TV for real. That saved me like 100 or something bucks. And like I say, just I turn off all my lights, bro. Like anything possible that we can do, bro. We do that stuff, whatever, right now, bro. We trying to save every penny, pinch every penny, man, just to help save, you know what I'm saying, our budgets or whatever. So we just don't blow the budget, bro, for real. But it's a lot of people, whatever, that just can't do that stuff, whatever, right now, because they have a lot of kids. They gotta have certain this, they gotta have certain medicines, they gotta have certain, you know what I'm saying, like needs and necessities or whatever. So like I say, shout out to, man, all the families or whatever, but we got to stick together on this one, definitely.
Well said. Cut costs, spend smart, ladies and gentlemen. Try to think of your future as best you can.